I've just received the goodies that I got from the new Lisa Eldridge Marilyn Monroe Makeup Collection, and in this video I'm going to talk a little bit about them and apply them with you. Hi, my name is Marisa, welcome. I'm not going to talk a lot about the inspiration and the reason for this collection. I've placed below in the description of this video the link to Lisa Eldridge's video where she gives all the details. It's very interesting, especially for all of you like me, makeup nerds. So let's jump right into the application. The box comes with this beautiful pamphlet that I know Lisa Eldridge wrote, and I'm going to read it very carefully after filming this video. And I would like to start with the first shade of lipstick, which is called Amagansett. And Lisa describes this shade as a bold and pretty carnation pink. And funny enough, the photo from Marilyn that is on the packaging is also one with the pink flower that she has on her mouth. It's very pretty. I already have two refillable cases for these lipsticks, so I got the shades only on the refills, and I'm going to apply first without the lip pencil. This is Amagansett. I love this formula. It's very pigmented, it slides very easily on the lips, and this bullet has a very precise application that really allows us to place without much ado the lipstick on the lips. It's funny because I just published recently, like 2 weeks ago, a video talking about the boldest and brightest of Lisa Eldridge lipsticks that I really like to wear in this time of year, spring and summer. And in this collection we have 3 new shades that are very bright and enlivening, and the first one is this. How lovely is it? I love it. I truly think that this is one of those shades that looks good in everyone. Beautiful. I'm really happy with it. I'm going to apply it now with the ribbon lip pencil that I already had. I'm going to fake a little bit my lips. What do you think? Do you like it? Would you wear it yourself? Please leave it in the comments below. Which one do you like the best and which one do you think looks best on me? So the other item that I'm very excited for and a little bit scared, to be honest, because whenever I hear the word balm, triggers start to flare everywhere. So she calls it Elevated Glow Balm Concentrate, and we get it in 2 different shades, Butterfly Light and High Key Light. So Lisa says that this is a skincare makeup hybrid highlighter, and it's a hot poured product into this beautiful compact. It looks like this. I got the shade Butterfly Light, and of course I have already placed my chubby fingers in it because I wanted to see what is the feeling of touch it. It's really a balm. It's almost like those lip masks or lip balms that you take with your fingers to apply on the lips. So I'm going to swatch it here in my hand. Can you see the shine? I'm going to place a little bit more. She says that Butterfly Light is a pearlized champagne, and blending it on my hand, it gives it a glow, transparent glow, without any shimmery particles on it. As Lisa says on their video, she was trying to mimic with this new formula the glow that Marilyn had on her face. That was the result of her beautiful skin, of course, but also because she placed Vaseline on the skin, and that's what this gives exactly. So I'm going to apply. Ooh. Guys, this is beautiful. It's exactly how I like the highlighters, without any backdrop pigment, and just the glow. It melts into the skin beautifully. And this is particularly important for all you that have mature skin like mine. I don't think that it particularly emphasizes the creepiness and the acne scars and the nooks and crannies of my skin. It's a little bit tacky, I have to confess. I hope the camera is able to pick up the shine. So I'm going to put a little bit with the brush on my eyes, just like Lisa did. I only have the liquid silk in Page on my eyes, and on the crease I have liquid silk in Sylvia. The eye pencil is Renaissance Gold. Ooh, nice. I wonder if this will crease. Let's put it on the other eye. A little bit here and a little bit here. It's looking really pretty, really pretty. And now I wanted to apply a little bit of the shade Amagansett on my cheek. So I'm placing a little bit here on my hand, and I'm going to use, this is a Zoeva 110 brush. Yep, this works very well. So here it is. On my cheeks I have the Balm in the Butterfly Light, as well as a light application of the lipstick Amagansett, which is of course as well on the lips. Oh, and on the lips of course I have as well the lip pencil ribbon. Forgot that. Let's go for the next one. The lipstick has left my lips tinted, so I'm putting a little bit of concealer. And since I cannot remove the blush, the lipstick blush, I'm going to place a little bit of powder on top, just to dull out a little bit the pink and for me to be able to apply a little bit of the next shade of lipstick. I was looking in a different light to the balm that I applied on my hand, and you can see, if you are very careful and looking with a lot of attention, you can see the most minuscule shimmers on the balm, but you really have to look very carefully. The next shade of Rouge Refillable, it's called Norma Jeane, which of course is the birth name of Marilyn Monroe. And this one I'm a little bit afraid of because it's an orangey red, which was very fashionable in the 50s. Yes. Lisa says that not only is a red orange, but it's a vibrant red orange. So I'm sure that this will not suit me the best because I have a light olive, cool skin. And if I'm a little bit more bronzed, or if I catch inadvertently a little more sun, I become a little more olive neutral. But since I'm running from the sun as the devil from the cross, I think I'm more cool at the moment. So let's see. So this is how Norma Jeane looks like. Orangey red indeed. I'm not sure if it's because of the concealer that I've placed on the lips to blot out a little bit of the tint from the previous lipstick, but this seems a little bit less pigmented than Amagansett. You can clearly see it on the lips, nevertheless. I also had already the shade Dragon. Here, I've placed it here. So this is how Norma Jeane looks like on me with the pencil Dragon. I mean, it's a very pretty shade, beautiful even. It's simply, I don't have the skin undertone most appropriate to bring out this shade to its utmost potential. But if you have a cool or neutral skin like mine, you will have an idea of how this will look like on you. The last shade is called Strawberry Blonde and comes in Lisa's Velveteen formula that I already knew. It's a liquid lipstick, moussey. Can I tell how pretty this packaging is? As Lisa says, these photos from Marilyn Monroe are just so lovely. She really looks happy. So this is how Strawberry Blonde looks like on the component. And I got also the lip pencil in Enchantment that I didn't have. I want to apply this with a small pencil. This was a very old one from MAC. I'm going to place a little bit of the Velveteen on the middle of the lips. And I'm going to buff it with the pencil, as Lisa did. Guys, do you also do this with your eyes when you are applying makeup? I wear contact lenses, but they have different values because I'm short-sighted, but more on one eye than the other. And one is adjusted to see at far, and the other is adjusted to see close, which represents a problem when I'm trying to apply makeup. So this is how it looks like, buffed with a brush. I really like it, although, to be honest, I'm not the best at this type of application. In all honesty, I think I prefer a Q-tip. And the reason for that is that I have better control than with the brush. There. And I wanted to apply a little bit of the balm on top of the lipstick. Oh, look at that. Too much, too much. It's very nice. It's like a soft frosty pink. Nice combination. But I want also to apply the Enchantment lip pencil. Let's see if it, yeah, this one. Enchantment, and now I'm going to apply a little bit more of the Strawberry Blonde. Lisa classifies this shade as a scarlet red. I don't find this shade particularly blue nor particularly red. I like it very much. I would also like to point out that on the collection it was included the Kitten Lash Mascara in the shade black, but with the Marilyn Monroe Collection special packaging. I've already had since the beginning the mascara placed. I'm a big fan and I prefer tubing mascaras because it's easier on my eyes that are very sensitive. But this mascara, although not a tubing mascara, it behaves a little bit like a tubing one. It's really easy to remove with Bioderma, for instance, and just like the way I like it, it really picks up all the small lashes, combs them with the product and leaves them separated and elongated and doesn't clump them all together. I don't have many lashes, so I like them to be all fluffed out. So it's a very lovely mascara. Regarding the balm, it's not the stickiest, but it doesn't dry completely. It doesn't feel like an oil. It just has a little bit of tackiness. So if you don't like this type of feeling in your skin, the best idea is to apply the balm and then place a little layer of powder in order to remove the slight tackiness and ensure that the hair doesn't fall on the face and becomes grabbed to it. That is certainly what I'm going to do because I'm not the biggest fan of tacky feelings on my skin, on my face, but I think this product deserves the extra step of placing the powder because I find that it doesn't really emphasize the texture of the skin, not like a powder highlighter can, for instance, and because it doesn't have any base pigment, you only have the shine on the skin, which is precisely what I like the most. Regarding the application on the eyes, I have to say that it certainly looks good, but I went too heavy with the application, and because my eyelids are very folded, it has settled, the excess settled a little bit. So my proposal is to, before applying the balm on the eyes, place as well a little bit of powder on your eyelids. Well, perhaps normally you already place a primer or a concealer and you set it with powder. That is lovely for this product because then you apply just a light layer on the center of the eyelids, on the mobile part of the eyelids, and it will stick and it will not move around and get into those lines of the eyelids. So what do you think of this collection? I have to say I love the new shades of lipsticks, especially of course Amagansett and Strawberry Blonde. I think they are exactly the type of shades that I like in spring and in summer. This one kind of reminds me of Ribbon. And talking about Ribbon, I realized that I forgot to apply Ribbon lip gloss on top of the Amagansett lipstick, which is a pity because I do have the Ribbon gloss. I already had it. Looking on the camera, I have very, very bright blush again. It's just that I'm looking at the camera visor and I'm a little bit scared. Sorry about that. I'm touching once more the balm, and although it does not set completely, I think if you apply a light layer, you will not have to set it with powder if you don't like the tacky feeling. If you are a little bit more heavy-handed, if you don't like tackiness, then yes, you will have to apply a light layer of powder. And that is it for today. I hope you have enjoyed it. Please give it a thumbs up. It will really help bringing out this video to more people out there that probably would like to see it as well. The algorithm from YouTube, which you are probably tired and sick of hearing about it, really appreciates when people give the videos a thumbs up, and even better if they hype it. I would like to thank you for the time that you have just spent with me. Bye!